Been worried about you this whole time, ever since I was with Zamona. He got a tail? I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. I couldn't tell when I was in the thingies, but I'm so pretty. Why, hello there. Just a little rant. I am tired of recording the same episode because the second time I already seen everything. The first time is my blind reaction to what's going on, and yet yesterday, obvious, I was like, hey, you should update. I was like, okay, update. Decided to play. Gameplay was lagging. It'll be straight in some scenes. The next scene goes to lagging. Got interrupted 3 times by my brother. And then my mom called me at my room to talk about the Wi-Fi. It was a storm last night, so the Wi-Fi went out. And I thought I was gonna be able to use the same recording, just edit that stuff out. But I can't fix the lagging gameplay. So I had to reinstall OBS. I am not updating no more. And I want to stop recording the same. I want my blind action be my blind action. I know what's gonna happen now. It's not going to take me long to do the puzzles because I know. Because I fixed it last night. That monster don't seem to be pursuing us. I think we're safe for now. What exactly? What's that thing? Oh my god, I squealed when I saw this. Wait! Oh my god, I forgot about Draco and that fucking monster. Oh my god. Oh my god, that monster slung my man across the building. What exactly was that thing? I still haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. Vivviane. Draco, you're still alive. Oh my god. Draco? Been worried about you this whole time, ever since I was with Zamona. Vivviane. Draco? I'm sorry, Vivviane. I couldn't stop him. I don't care. What I care about is that you're alive. But you're also a bloody mess. Pick up your tuxedo, dear. My dear, my dearest dear, you're bleeding from your head. You're bleeding on your chest. On your... I don't know if your hands are bleeding. I just know it's blood right there. Oh my god. I'm just glad that you are alive, Draco. You don't leave me. Slowly, Draco stood up. He sounded very weak. Draco, are you okay? Ugh, I hate my voice. No need to worry about me. It's just a few scratches. Look at this look on his face. Like, it's not a big deal. It's a big fucking deal, Draco. It's a big deal. Stop acting like a hero at times like this. Put your finger all in his face, because you mean business right now. Draco froze in the face of my emotional outburst. You're my love interest. Like, stop trying to be a hero and save everybody else. At that moment, we both were just looking at each other and stuck in silence. Draco, are you serious? Stop it with the act. You have been saying strange and I could have did the first time. You have been saying strange and incomprehensible bullshit ever since we met in the lobby. You're badly hurt, yet you're making light of it. You're really starting to piss me off. I don't give a damn about how cool you are. And at this point, I really don't care how many lies you told me. But I do know that what I'm worried about now is you. I have feelings. You reminded me of that time. I'm sorry, Puka, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but you don't know how worried I was about you. Draco's face broke and began to show a deep sorrow, a sadness that I would never expect to see from him. Oh, I'm sorry. That time, Vivviane, I'm sorry. If only I had told you the truth earlier, maybe things wouldn't be the way they are. We'll still be in the lobby. Apparently somebody's waiting for my appearance. I mean, we'll still be in the building. Draco, there are times when I ask myself, can we go back in time? But for you, our past is long gone. I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened. Like, I know Vincent got Victor, but it seemed like I had you, and I want to know how we met and all the things we did. Tell me. We can go back. We will. That's what we're here for, isn't it? To search for our past. The past we shared. Even if I've completely forgotten you, I like to get to know you again. That's how much I care about you, Draco. So when we escape from here, please tell me everything about our past. And that better not be no red flags. It better not. I can't lose him again. As you wish, Lady Vivviane. But there's a more urgent issue at hand. Where is he right now? Monsieur M? Who is he? You have to be more specific. What happened there? What the hell is that thing? He's not a thing. He's someone you already know. I thought I was gonna go with the beat, but I can't. I really love the soundtrack. Dino really, I'll get him in my whole paycheck as a donation. The truth is, and he's still here. Venora! Damn. It's gotten so tense. Look at him. And at this point, I really do think that Draco was the chaser. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm still not sure. All I do know is that I probably shouldn't be saying it right now because the scenes are coming up. I'll keep it towards the end. My precious chaser, tell me, is there someone you love? A loved one. My dear Monsieur M. See? My dear Monsieur M. Like Vincent and Victor and Draco are the only ones that puts dear in front of somebody's name. So I think that's Draco. A loved one. My dear Monsieur M. Why would you ask such a question? Let's assume one day a disaster were to happen to your loved one. Say they lose their body, but their memories are still intact. Would you still love them like that? Of course I would. No matter what body they change into, they're still them. What a heartwarming answer. I think he'll real say this. Well, let's change the scenario, shall we? Let's say, what if the person you love is physically intact, but has lost all their memories? Would you still love such a person? Of course I would. Even if they lose all their memories, I would still love them. Even if they completely forgot about your existence. Even if all the memories you two shared are gone. This would make me miserable, but I would still love them. What an amusing answer. Humans always have been able to entertain me. Are you not human? Well then, since you don't mind them losing their body, and you don't mind them losing their memory, what exactly do you love about them? What you love is merely a self-fulfilling illusion. What you love is a person from your past that no longer exists. So evil. The brutal truth is, the moment one loses their memories, they will no longer be themselves, and they will never be able to go back. So goddamn evil. I love Cub Scouts. Investigation completed. Successfully retrieved the glove. I still don't remember what glove you're talking about. Oh, I did wear a glove. It was just cut out though. Are you the new detective? Good to see you here. Just call me Venora. Where's the crime scene? I heard the victim was a former employee of Myers. Yes, room 309. Come with me. Move along, people. Nothing to see here. And stop interfering with the work of the police officers. Right. Here we are. Well, bloody indeed. I'll leave the rest to you, Venora. So, I'm gonna get this out the way. Some paintings hanging on the wall. But the closer you look, the more obvious it is that they're just printouts. A big call out if I do say so myself. A bloodstained chair, nothing special about it. A bloodstained cabinet, nothing special about it. I open a curtain. It's the only window in this apartment. The lock appears not to be tampered with, so it's unlikely that the murderer entered the room through here. Was the curtain here closed before? Yes, of course. We haven't moved a thing. And that's suspicious. Everything in red is either evil or just suspicious, or is a lie. The body has already been cleared. The G4 Investigation Bureau sure is efficient. That's correct. As the victim has been dismembered, we were unable to outline the exact location of the body on the floor. However, the autopsy report from the Investigation Bureau has been released. The cause of death was due to the rapid dismemberment of the body in a short period of time. So you could bleed that much in a short period of time. So if it was being dismembered slowly, will all that blood not come out? It wouldn't be as much blood as it is if you was to do it very quickly. So you're saying the murderer dismembered the victim while he was still alive? Yes, it was a very gruesome death. But according to the autopsy report, the victim's head did show signs of being struck by an object, but it was not fatal. In addition, the body displayed signs of a struggle before death, so it's unlikely that he was unconscious for the ordeal. It displays signs of a struggle. Besides that, there's something else that's strange. Some of the dismembered body parts of the deceased have disappeared. Disappeared? Yes. We couldn't fully reconstruct the victim's body with the pieces left in the room. We searched the entire apartment building, but we couldn't find any of the missing body parts. Why would you leave missing body parts in an apartment? Like you want somebody to know, hey, I dismembered the body. But I'm only taking a few pieces. What's the whole point, suspect? What's the whole point? We did take into consideration that the perpetrator could be non-human, but the report has made it clear that the dismemberment is not a result of a beast attack. A trophy is stained with blood. Looks like it was used as a weapon of some kind. Do we find fingerprints from any suspects on a trophy? No, we only managed to collect Dr. Manning's. But it's worth mentioning. The wound on the victim's head matches the shape of the trophy's pointed corner. The door into the apartment. Residents of the apartment building claim that the murderer eluded them and escaped through here. The suspect name is Zamona. I can do it better. Zamona. A resident on this floor. Something worth mentioning is she's a mutant. She's what is she a mutant of? A mutant? Is she from G3? We're unsure at the moment. Countless tourists visit G3 district every year to see modifications. We can't draw any conclusions yet. We thoroughly searched her apartment, but strangely enough, we couldn't find any form of identification. For now, it seems that the murderer has escaped. What about the bloodstain in the hallway outside the apartment? Before we arrived, Dr. Vivviane's scream attracted a lot of curious residents. These guys trampled over the entire apartment building, and now there's blood everywhere outside the apartment. Even if there wasn't any useful clues in the hallway, they probably trampled them into oblivion by now. I should have spoke to you first. Is there anything I can assist with, Detective Venora? Yeah, eyes do nothing to you. Don't be sighing at me. Keep it professional, sir. Ask about the known facts. According to our conversation with the residents of this building, there was a short power outage in the building around when According to our conversations with the resident of this building, there was a short power outage in the building around when the time was... Why saying time? According to our conversations with the residents of this building, there was a short power outage in the building around when the crime was occurring. Who the fuck was that? However, after our investigation, they seen the building blackout was nothing. I'm trying to read ahead. Slow it down. However, after our investigation, it seemed the building's blackout was not the murderer's work. It was a mere coincidence. Yeah, sure. It's a coincidence. Sure. Of course. So the victim was killed at the exact time of the power outage. Phoenix Wright, he will not go for that. Phoenix Wright was like, no, this is not a coincidence. Phoenix Wright or Miles Edgeworth, they wouldn't go for that. No. Correct. Bring them into the game. No. The name of the victim is Dr. Richard E. Manning, a former researcher at Miles Corporation. So is he the core member? According to our investigations, although the victim holds a PhD, his position at Myers was rather unremarkable. We don't know much about his current occupation, but judging by the apartment, it's not hard to deduce that the pay wasn't getting any better. Damn. A resident on the same floor claimed to have last seen him in the hallway outside his apartment last night. Allegedly, Dr. Manning was on the phone at the time and seemed to be talking about some sort of deal. A deal? Conversation ended. And investigation complete. Beat ya, haha. I believe I gathered enough information to postulate what may have happened. Tongue twister! I don't know how I twisted my tongue. I believe I gathered enough information to postulate at what may have happened. It's clear that this murder was premeditated. The perpetrator was planning to kill Dr. Manning from the very beginning. And since the window lacked any signs of forced entry, it's most probable that the culprit entered the apartment directly through the door. That means the murderer was invited into the apartment by Dr. Manning himself. In other words, a murderer is most likely whoever Dr. Manning was making his deal with. Nonetheless, in the midst of this, a small mishap occurred. The killer intended to kill Dr. Manning directly by hitting him on the head with a trophy. But the sudden power failure in the apartment made him miss, and he failed to kill Dr. Manning with a single blow. Which is understandable. No one can anticipate a freak blackout. Yeah, because it was a coincidence. However, if the killer is the same person that's behind the other recent G4 disappearances, then the negligence cannot be attributed to just that. The other victims went missing disappeared without a trace, as if they vanished into thin air. But this time, the murderer messed up the whole apartment and attracted the attention of other residents. If it's really the same perpetrator, then there has to be something else that also contributed to such a major mistake. In fact, the murderer could very well... I know what the answer is. I want to know what happened when I click on this. There goes my mom walking into her room. I know what the answer is. The answer is having extreme fear of dark, because, yes, surprise, surprise, I know the answers now. But I want to know... I don't think this have anything to do with my deduction. Be very handsome. Be seriously injured. It seems unlikely that the murder was in critical condition. Given the current status of Dr. Vivviane, I highly doubt that was the case. Yeah. The murderer might have an extreme fear of the dark. The curtains in the apartment were drawn closed at the time, and it could have taken a while for the human eye to adjust to the sudden darkness. So at the moment of the blackout, Dr. Vivviane's apartment was most likely pitch black. Our cold-blooded assassin, who usually managed to keep so calm and careful, completely lost control in his apartment. It's quite possible that the killer has an extreme fear of sudden darkness due to some form of previous trauma. Sudden darkness. I see. I think I understand now. In addition, the manner of Dr. Vivviane's death is a major mystery. The killer dismembered him alive, after failing to kill him with a single blow. The way they dismembered him reminds me of all the core members of the Myers Corporation were killed. As far as I know, all the core members of Myers were also killed in a similar brutal way. Add that to the recent disappearances in the G4 district, leaving many citizens paranoid. I guess many people would think that the killer is the same person who killed all the core members. However, I believe the real reason why the killer tore Dr. Vivviane into pieces was, out of these four, I know what it is, but going down the list, it's the same to collect Dr. Vivviane body parts. I don't think that was the murderer's true intention. I don't think, it's saying the same. Some of Dr. Vivviane's body parts, a shadow. Some of Dr. Vivviane's body parts have gone missing. I don't remember that happening to any of the core members. The real reason why the killer dismembered Dr. Vivviane in a panic was to obtain his body parts. I just want to know how he dismembered the body if he's scared of darkness and there was no light. And did he really carry like a saw on him without anybody noticing that? Was to obtain his body parts. In the G4 Cyborg Incident, Myers Corporation was found to be using a human flesh of ordinary G4 citizens as feed for the cyborgs. But since Dr. Vivviane's body did not have any signs of a beast attack, the killer was most likely trying to obtain Dr. Vivviane's body parts and use as feed for cyborgs at a later time. But if they were working for Myers, wouldn't it be more likely that they would want to make a cyborg out of Dr. Vivviane? Why would they choose to turn him into a cyborg feed instead? Me don't know, Venora. Me don't know. Detective Venora. Yes. Have you reached any conclusion to who the killer is? No. There's no fingerprints to determine that. No eyewitnesses. Just the innocent. Put out a warrant for the rest of Zamona. She's undoubtedly the perpetrator we have been trying to search for all along. As you wish, Detective Venora. That's Venora told us this story. No, not shit. Zamona told us this story. But we the one that put the warrant out on her. I want to do she know that. We made her the most wanted criminal in G4 district. And she was nice to us. That's crazy. Really is. Crooked. But I'm also put some clips in from the blind reaction because I said all I had to say in that. The warrant has been issued, but Detective Venora, would you mind coming outside with me for a moment? There are some important matters I'd like to discuss with you. There are some important matters I'd like to discuss with you. I feel like I'm about to get killed. Very suspicious, Mr. Officer. This is very super suspicious. But I feel like he's about to kill me. I really feel it. I'm in an alley where no one was nearby. That's where everybody gets killed or assaulted. Like, what? Oh my God. What was it you wanted to discuss? I decided to speak first. He should have been speaking first if he really wanted to talk, but he ain't trying to talk. He trying to do action. Well then, let's hear it. Who's the actual killer? We have no fingerprints. We can't determine who's the killer, Dr. Vivviane, right now. He could be related to the death of the core members, but we still don't have any suspect to prove it. Excuse me? You're called the inspector, yet you don't even realize who I am this whole time. The man in front of me slowly took off his police hat. Who the fuck is this? And what follows a sight that I couldn't have expected. I followed him to the street outside the apartment. It was getting quite late, and the temperature had dropped quite dramatically. But he was just talking in front of me. He was just walking in front of me silently, as if the cold weather did not bother him. The cold wouldn't bother me, but it kind of depends on how cold it was. After a while, he finally stopped in an alley where no one was nearby. What was it you wanted to discuss? I decided to speak first. When somebody pulls you to talk to them, they do the speaking first, not you. But Venora is like, get straight to it. Well then, let's hear it. Who's the actual killer? Hell if I know, that's for sure. Excuse me? You're called the inspector, yet you don't even realize who I am this whole time. Who could be the killer? It'll be surprising if it's Victor or Draco. It'll be very surprising. I don't think Vincent will go through with that. I think he's more like a mastermind type. But it could be people that's working for Monsieur. Of course. Monsieur, that could have killed them as well, but I don't know. I just don't know. The man in front of me slowly took off his police hat, and what followed was a sight that I couldn't have expected. It's a blue vampire! He suddenly grabbed a corner of his cheek and tore the skin off his head. He kind of looked like Vincent. Well, maybe it's just because of the V shape. And then one eye. Vincent hairline is not like that. Maybe I just gotta think for Vincent. Ugh. What was revealed beneath it was his blue skin and white hair. It's you. He got a tail. He got a tail? Oh. But him revealing his true form only made me more vigilant. Inspector, it appears the fact that you still see me as a threat. Believe it or not, I don't have time to play triple. Believe it or not, I don't have time to play Mr. Triple Agent for that stupid organization from G3. What are you doing here? What else can I be doing here? Our boss gave me clear instructions to make sure you succeeded in your missions. But it seems that you have everything under control. However, you know very well who the actual killer is, don't you? Just what the hell happened back there? I thought he was good at this. How could he screw things up this badly? But then again, what makes sense if Victor or Draco was the killer? Because they'll be on Vincent's side. Unless Draco got something against his brother. But so far, I don't see none of that happening. He is his... Draco is Vincent's brother and butler. He could have did something if he wanted to. Okay, it's probably not them. I don't know who the killer could be, but I just know it's a he apparently. How could he screw up things this badly? Hell if I know. Why don't you just go ask him yourself? Yeah. You're tough as ever. Suit yourself then. I don't really give a damn about that guy's past. But do we really have to pin it on that woman from the same floor? Each sacrifice for the future of the company. Each one is necessary. Tch. Our boss really getting to you, isn't he? Company this, company that. That's all he ever talks about. All of us are merely little pawns in his hands. You should escape, police officer. You see the game. You see it. What did you say? No offense, but this is nothing but a job to me. I'm not trying to debate the ethics of what we do, nor am I interested in his great vision. And why don't you use your brain once and think about what you truly want instead of being a slave to his company all day? What I truly want? You know, finding the love of your life. Forming a family, that sort of thing. No, everybody don't want kids. Don't end up like me, an old guy who still doesn't have a single clue what he should be doing in his life. That's some real advice. You don't look old though. You still look good. You look good. It's been an exhausting day. I'll see you later. He was about to turn to leave, but he suddenly stopped again. He once again turned his head at me. Sir? Venora, did you come up with that name yourself? Yes. I had to think about it, but yes. Don't laugh at me. Like, as if. The ever so gloomy look on his face unusually perks up out of nowhere. Fuck you. I didn't think you'd be so good at naming yourself. I didn't think you'd be that much of an asshole, but clearly you are. That's a really nice name. Why don't you keep it for yourself? What you think I'm doing with it? With that, he put on his police hat again. Did you put your skin on too? So people don't be scared that they're talking to a blue skin? See you later, Venora. Make sure you report to that guy on the... Oh. See you later, Venora. Make sure you report to that guy on time. He's kind of an anal about that. Yeah, total asshole. He is the hole in the eyes. With that, he disappeared across the street and once again became part of the crowd. Finding the love of my life and starting my own family. Don't y'all tell us to all of us. Finding the love of my life and starting my own family. Is that still possible for someone like me? What am I thinking? No matter what, my mission here is accomplished. As long as the G4 Investigation Bureau can figure out who the true killer is, everything will still be under our control. It is time for me to move on to my next destination and complete my next mission. G4 Suburbs. The mansion of Maya's former lawyer and traitor, Vincent Edgeworth. He was a traitor? Vincent Edgeworth? That name. I remember now. That man is far more frightening than Myers. I've been set up. I have to get out of here. Is that my name I'm hearing, Vivviane? Or should I call you Venora? Is that my name I'm hearing, Vivviane? Or should I call you Venora? I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. I couldn't tell when I was in the thingies, but I'm so pretty. Venora. Chapter 3, the end. Chapter 3, the end.